Before the age of digital concept art took over movie marketing, before fan art became a staple in pop culture, there was one illustrator who truly stood out, crafting cinematic worlds by hand, layer by dramatic layer. Let me introduce you to Noriyoshi Ohrai, the creative genius behind some of the most iconic images in the realms of science fiction and fantasy. If you've ever gazed at a Star Wars poster that felt as grand as a Renaissance masterpiece, or viewed Godzilla not merely as a monster but as a living legend, you've already caught a glimpse of his brilliance. From lifelike portraits that seem to leap off the pages of myth, to thrilling kaiju showdowns and haunting dystopian landscapes, Ohrai elevated commercial illustration to the status of fine art. His creations didn't just advertise stories, they were stories pulsating with energy, emotion, and a sense of epic scale. In this video, we'll explore the remarkable legacy of Noriyoshi Ohrai, his ascent in post-war Japan, his groundbreaking artwork for The Empire Strikes Back, and how his artistic vision influenced the aesthetics of movies, manga, and video games for generations to come. Born in 1935 in Akashi, a bustling port city in Hyogo Prefecture, Noriyoshi Ohrai stepped into a world that would eventually serve as the backdrop for his vivid imagination. Growing up in post-war Japan, he found himself surrounded by a cultural landscape that was a mix of reconstruction, Western influences, and a rising sense of technological hope. His early love for drawing blossomed in an environment that was constantly shifting between tradition and change. Recognizing his artistic flair, Ohrai's family encouraged him to pursue formal art education. He enrolled at Tokyo University of the Arts, Japan's top art school, where he delved into the world of painting. Although he left before completing his degree, the classical techniques, Japanese styles, and Western movements he encountered laid the groundwork for the innovative approaches he would later develop. The pivotal moment arrived in the early 1960s when Ohrai started making his mark in magazines and on novel covers. Japan was in the midst of a publishing boom, and science fiction was gaining serious traction. Ohrai found his niche illustrating for pulp novels, adding a dramatic flair to both speculative fiction and historical epics. His covers often showcased vibrant, chaotic scenes, bursting with energy and a sense of realism. By the 1970s, he had firmly established his reputation in Japan, but global recognition was still just out of reach. That all changed in 1980 when George Lucas stumbled upon one of Ohrai's illustrations in a Japanese magazine and promptly commissioned him to design the international poster for The Empire Strikes Back. In contrast to the sleek, minimalist styles popular in the West, Ohrai's poster was rich in detail and brimming with mythic grandeur. Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Lando and Leia appeared more like characters from a grand opera than typical science fiction figures. This poster marked a significant turning point. It transcended mere advertising. It was a narrative woven through composition, lighting, and emotion. It catapulted Ohrai into the spotlight as a highly sought-after illustrator, not just in the film industry but across various fields. From the 1980s to the early 2000s, Ohrai became the go-to artist for Toho Studios, creating iconic theatrical posters for their Heisei-era Godzilla films. His artwork adorned Godzilla vs. Biollante, 1989, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, 1991, Godzilla vs. Mothra, 1992, Godzilla Final Wars, 2004. Each poster was like a thunderous visual symphony. Ohrai depicted the kaiju not just as movie monsters, but as gods. His masterful use of chiaroscuro, dynamic movement, and rich colors gave these creatures both majesty and menace. Fans often say his posters are even more captivating than the films themselves, so evocative that they ignite imagination long before the opening credits roll. The 1990s marked a significant expansion for Ohrai as he ventured into the gaming industry. Teaming up with Koei and Konami, he created stunning cover art for strategy games that drew heavily from East Asian history, including titles like Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Genghis Khan, Taiko Rishiden. He also played a vital role in crafting promotional art for the iconic Metal Gear Solid series. In this phase, his style evolved a bit, featuring tighter composition, yet he maintained that signature dramatic flair. These works beautifully connect the themes of ancient heroism with contemporary storytelling, creating a unique aesthetic journey that truly defines Ohrai's artistic evolution. Noriyoshi Ohrai's art is often characterized as photorealistic yet mythic, striking a balance between intricate detail and deep emotional impact. Neo-Baroque, featuring dramatic lighting, dynamic movement, and complex compositions. Versatile, ranging from dystopian science fiction to historical realism. He primarily worked with oils, even for commercial projects, which gave his pieces a timeless quality. His cinematic approach, shaped by his studies of Western master painters and Japanese ukiyo-e, enabled him to capture entire stories within a single image. In 2014, a significant retrospective took place in Miyazaki Prefecture, where Ohrai spent much of his later years. Thousands of people attended, many experiencing his original canvases for the very first time. His work continues to be reprinted, analyzed, and celebrated by both art historians and pop culture enthusiasts. Throughout his impressive career, Noriyoshi Ohrai crafted over 1,300 book cover illustrations, building a reputation for his ability to deliver commissioned artworks at an astonishing pace, often in as little as 3 days. Noriyoshi Ohrai passed away on October 27, 2015, at the age of 79, in a hospital in Miyazaki Prefecture due to pneumonia. Tributes came pouring in from all corners of the globe, especially on social media, where countless fans shared his artwork and expressed their deep admiration for the incredible legacy he left behind. While he led a relatively private life, his influence was anything but quiet. His images sparked the imagination of generations, both in his homeland of Japan and across many Western countries. Even after his passing, exhibitions showcasing his work continued, with his son Taro Ohrai playing a vital role in preserving and celebrating his father's artistic contributions. Noriyoshi Ohrai didn't just design posters or book covers, he crafted entire worlds on paper. His talent for capturing cinematic emotion, grand mythic scale, and gripping narrative tension in still images transformed the aspirations of commercial illustration. Viewing Ohrai's art offers a glimpse into a realm where gods walk among us, where epic battles shape destinies, and where fantasy serves as another lens through which to understand truth. His legacy is one of unwavering creativity, and it continues to inspire every artist who perceives illustration not merely as decoration, but as a profound revelation.